Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another message of hope. First off, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate, the comments and the feedback, from those of you who have shared with me so far. And I just thank you. Seriously. I so appreciate it. It's helpful for me too. And I'm glad to know that these videos are helpful and supportive to you. I truly, deeply appreciate that. So thank you so much. Today has been a long day, but just a really wonderful day for me in many ways. And so I'm really excited to be here with you, just in this space to do another reading. So let's, I was initially kind of getting some ideas, and then I was like, well, I kind of sat with it as I was lining my energy, and it's going to be kind of open, but I did get some little images, so we'll see if any of that shows up in the reading. And I'm glad to know that some of you are liking the new cards that I recently picked up, so I appreciate that. So we're going to do another one where we get some additional details, some detailed kind of topics that show up. And I'm going to start by pulling from this deck here and just see what general topic wants to come through, and then I'll expand on that through other card decks. So what's the starting overall umbrella topic for this? Okay, what do we have? We have justice. Justice. Well, isn't that wonderful? So there's a few things that show up with this. I mean, this represents a variety of different concepts. This could represent October Libra, because we have the justice scales. This could also represent, could represent healing, because that's actually what I was interesting. So that's interesting. Yep, it's actually not the card that represents healing, but that is what was coming to mind for me. So, okay, interesting. And could also, of course, literally represent some form of balancing the scales, balancing out, there could be an element of karma here. There could be, a sense of retribution, of you receiving back what's owed to you. Or, right, all that I know we recently did a video on this. So, all that you've given, you receiving back, right? Simply that kind of balancing out. Could also have something to do with, the justice system, courts, maybe something along those lines. We'll see. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a second one from this deck. So let's see what else goes with this initial card of justice. What else do you want? What else do you have for us to really serve and support all those who are going to see today's message of hope reading? And of course, this is relevant whenever you are seeing this reading. And these are not intended to be predictive. They're simply light-filled, hope-filled messages. And always an opportunity for you to practice hearing your own intuition. Is there one more card from this deck that wants to come through to expand on what we already have that's surfaced? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to go with it. What do we have here? You can't see it. Let's see. Finding. I get a beautiful energy here. Just a really open space. Anything that's been stagnant is now things are opening up. Things are expansive. The phrase full circle is coming to mind. Maybe something you've been looking for, maybe you've now have found, you feel like you've found, and we could use probably some other language to really interpret that. But maybe there was something that you thought you weren't going to get justice for. And now it feels like things have come into alignment. You've found it. Could be a sense of you coming into your own. I definitely get a sense of that. Let's move into, and look at, we've got two very strong, beautiful women here. Could be representing the same woman, could be representing more than one person. I'm gonna pull some people cards from one of the new decks that you saw me pull from the other day, and just gonna shuffle them around on the table here and pull and see which. Let's see what else pertains to what we've already started to pick up. Policeman. Well, that fits with justice now, doesn't it? And okay. And there's two little butterflies next to her head on this finding card, and they look like blue and gold. I mean, goldish, definitely blue butterfly. And the other one kind of looks like a goldish butterfly, which is like, blue and gold, policeman. Okay, interesting. And I'm not going to pull a second one from here. So I'm going to let that be that. And then we're going to move on to some tea leaf oracle cards and continue to build out the picture. So let's see what else. Okay, we got dolphin. What else? What? Oh, okay. So that one, the first one flipped over. Okay, the other ones are landing face down. So we'll say those as soon as we're done here. Anything else from this side of the deck that wants to come through? Two there. Okay. Then let's pull from the other side of the deck. I'm not really sure what happened there, so keep going. That's a whole bunch. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Okay, in the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have, let me actually, interesting. Okay, we have, so first, dolphin, and it says, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Well, how's that for justice? Okay. We have shield. You need to defend yourself. Okay. We have valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. This is feeling really good. Okay, we have here two cards that came out together. We have older woman, and it says dealings or relationship with an older woman. And then we have rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay. And then we have a stack of four that came out. We have here January and like a frozen over man. We have wishbone, a wish is granted. We have eagle, triumph over troubles, obstacles. Eagles have been showing up a lot for me lately. For you too? Let me know. And we have bear, danger, especially in money matters. Do you see some of the thread here, the pattern? Okay, so we've definitely got the theme with protection and justice. So there may have been some sort of legal injustice that that maybe took a lot of strength. It required a lot of strength from you, and maybe even required you to dig deep within to come to a space of peace within yourself. And you may have had to defend yourself on, especially if the legal system is involved. And I mean, it absolutely looks like you're going to get justice, and there's going to be some form of financial gain, and you're going to be flying high. This is part of the justice. You being the eagle. I can never get it straight. There we go. You being the eagle, flying off into the sunset. Here we've got that same sun. We've got that same sun. Eagles flying off into the sunset. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. This is you just like, oh, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Okay, I also want to use the phrase, we got to be kind of careful what language we use on YouTube. So HE double hockey sticks, okay? HE double hockey sticks froze over. Yeah, I just had to say it. That's what was coming to mind. Notice we've got this man, so I don't know. Is this the policeman? Is this, this could simply be representative of a situation, maybe a situation that happened in January. Maybe someone's been stopped in their tracks. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, I just was feeling called to flip that over. We have archway, and it says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So you may have been on a challenging journey, and that somehow relates to January, or just the beginning of a new cycle, the beginning of beginning of a new year, and you're finally coming out on the other side of it. You're walking through this new pathway. There's a big sense of relief here, of deep inner peace. Of harmony, of and not a malicious sense of, I mean, we could start to use terminology that's like, oh, getting someone back, or someone getting what they deserve, right? It doesn't have that air. Maybe, who knows, maybe at one point it did. This moment does not have that. This is peace. This is simply about you coming into balance and in harmony, and the universe rewarding you, the universe, God, gifting you what is rightfully yours. I mean, this is absolutely has the feel of the universe has had your back. The universe has had your back. If you felt that there were people or situations that were like out to get you, this is the past. This is the present. This is the present. This is where you stand now. You are above it all, flying above it all. And when I say above it all, we're not talking about being above anybody, so to speak. We're simply talking about you coming out on top. You, from where you've been, right? From where you've been, you are now like, you've reached the peak of that scenario. If it took you to the depths of the deepest, valley, you are now at the top of the mountain. You are, you're in a very peaceful state. The sexual matters, older woman, not quite sure how those fit in. And of course, this woman does not look very happy. So there could have been a scenario involving this older woman that, I don't know, was someone being manipulative with sex and money, or just somehow not not fair, not kind. Let's pull some additional cards to further expand on this. And going to pull from that other deck, the Up for Debate deck. So this deck just has a whole bunch of phrases, and there's 2 stacks of it. So I'll be pulling from both. And let's just see. Let's see what phrases in here correlate to the scenario. And I feel like he's saying hi, like he's trying to get someone's attention. He's like, hi, yep, me. Something like that. Okay, let's see. What else wants to come through for today's message of hope? Let's see what else. What else wants to come through to further expand on this message? Okay, okay, I'm just going to take the first one. That was a whole bunch. Okay, now we'll do them all. Let's see. We have brings out mixed feelings. Okay. We have is truth. Is beautiful. And will make you a billionaire. Okay, I'm going to pull from the other side before I start to flesh out what that's looking like. Oh, and this is a big stack, so we're going to do this in two batches. Okay, so let's see here. I know I already said it, but thank you for being here. I love this, and I love that you love it too. At least I hope you do. Okay, what else? What wants to come through from this side of the deck? What else can you tell us? What's in resonance with this story? And we're not going to force it, so let's move to the second stack. And I love, oh no, of course I love when they pop out, but sometimes it feels right to pull. So let's see, there we go. What do we have? Instagram. Okay. What's right here? What's this one? Vaping. Okay. And okay, gonna do 2 more. What do we have? We have anchovies. And we have empty promises. Okay. So when this will make you a billionaire card came out, it actually felt like more like an empty promise. So it's interesting. There's clearly a money theme here. And these cards, vaping and anchovies, and I even feel like the rabbit one, feel like they simply could be representing or, just distinguishing factors of a certain person. So whether that be an older woman, whether it be a policeman, or maybe these are you. That's how I see those. And maybe there's some significance to Instagram. Let's see what else. Let's pull. Let's go back to the Mirrors deck. And this deck is by Janet Starr and Jeff Rowland. And let's just see. They've got some great questions on here. Okay, let's see. What else can you tell us about this message of hope? Oh, interesting. We have distraction. It says distraction or time to take action. Okay, and the image is a mountain range with a pathway leading to the mountains or away from the mountains. And then there's like a little like starry symbol or emblem off the side of the path. That's kind of like one of those symbols of saying like you are here, right? Like if you're looking at a map, you go to the mall and you see one of those you are here symbols, something like that. So maybe it feels like there's been some distractions along the journey towards this justice, this balance, this harmony. And maybe you've had some confusion. Maybe you've had some confusion because maybe there are mixed feelings somehow involved in this scenario. Okay, how interesting. Right underneath the archway card, I didn't want to look at it because I wasn't trying to pull more cards from the tea leaf deck, but we also have pig and it says beware of greed. And then under that is February. And okay, so under that is February, and we've got just wind blowing. So I feel like this February is like defrosting, the man who is frozen. So there could have been a scenario where someone felt very stuck, confused about which way to go, and may have had something to do with an older woman and maybe withholding money or I don't know, something to do with money. So let's see. Distraction or time to take action. That feels like like a pivotal scenario, right? A pivotal something. Since we got archway, let's pull from the Gateway Oracle, because these also have like pathways on them. Okay, what else? What else can you tell us? What wants to come through to further expand on today's message of hope? Knowing that today is always the best day to start anew, to move forward, to choose you. I was going to say to take action, but partly, I don't know. We have igniting courage. It says, I am strong, valiant, and courageous. And that actually looks like a female on the horse. and she's wearing one long purple suit. I mean, it doesn't really look like something someone would typically wear while riding a horse, but okay. And waving a white flag. Well, okay, she's not waving a white flag, but she's holding a white flag that is waving in the wind, blowing in the wind. So this taking action, we were looking for more clarification on this one, right? We were looking for some more insight into tell us more about the distraction or action, and we have igniting courage. So it sounds to me that action is, I'll pull some more, but it sounds to me like action is the direction to go, and it's just going to require some courage. Let's okay, and I don't typically read from the books when they, I love decks. Actually, I used to love even more decks that come with guidebooks, but I haven't been reading them as often for a while now. But I feel like it's appropriate here. So let's see what it says. Okay, well, I opened up to believing in magic. Interesting. Okay, let's go to where is igniting courage. Okay, igniting courage. Card meaning, move forward fearlessly. Gather your inner forces and take a risk. Speak up for yourself by honoring your truth. This isn't the time to be timid or hold back. Go forward gallantly with your banner of truth waving in the wind. And remember, we have here is truth. I'm also getting that, we had shield, and I'm getting that it's kind of like you making sure that you are seen and you are taking a stand for you, kind of like, use a shield to defend yourself. But I'm also seeing it as like putting this out in front of you to help pave your path forward. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Okay, let's finish. So this isn't the time to be timid or hold back. Go forward gallantly with your banner of truth waving in the wind. You are a light bearer for others. And the back says, the universe wants you to know being courageous doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that in spite of fear and hesitation, you take action anyway. It's all right to fall down. Just don't stay down. Do not allow yourself to be limited by the beliefs of others or even your own beliefs. Face your fears. Go beyond the boundaries of your self-imposed barriers. Live passionately and boldly. Oh my gosh, this is why it's so good that I opened this up. I did not know this. Okay, so the next thing they have in here, it says questions to ask yourself. I love that. It says, what could this card represent about my own fears? So these are questions to ask yourself. What could this card represent about my own fears? How can I overcome fear and step into courage? What is the ultimate outcome if I conquer my hesitations? What is the ultimate outcome if I conquer my hesitations? So, one of the questions, in coaching, or just any sort of personal development realm, something you might hear at times is, what's the payoff that I get, right? So if you're in a space of deciding to, maybe it's allowing yourself to, based on what we just read, this now seems a little bit more like allowing oneself to be distracted versus taking mindful action, deliberate action. So if we're in the space of allowing ourselves to be distracted, I'm going to close the book. We could ask ourselves, come on, where is it? This said, what is the ultimate outcome if I conquer my hesitations? Right? So that's looking at the positive outcome of what could happen if you do that. And sometimes it's helpful for us to ask ourselves, what's the payoff I get from not doing that thing too? Right? So When we're talking about manifesting something, you want to go in the direction of what this is showing you. But sometimes we really need to be able to become aware of the thing that's been holding us back and getting in the way all along. And maybe you already are, or maybe you're not. There are many of you that are going to see this, right? So you all could be in different places. So we could say, if you're still not feeling like, I'm not ready to be courageous, I'm not ready to take that action, and maybe there's a part of you justifying why you're not taking action, and you know and giving more credence to that versus the other thing, that the other part of, maybe some other part of you knows, like, oh, I really should go in that direction. Then you want to ask yourself, what is the payoff for staying where I'm at? What is the payoff for allowing myself to be distracted? What is the payoff for focusing on other things? What is the payoff I get from, staying stagnant, maybe? And that's not a trick question. There's always some sort of payoff, right? So the payoff could be from, let's say you're allowing yourself to be distracted, right? You're prioritizing other things over everything else over here is priority from this other thing over here that you actually know is really important, but you just aren't ready to face it yet. So what's the payoff? The payoff could be that it allows you to feel like you're safe. That could be a payoff, right? Maybe there's something about this other thing over here that is, even though you want it, even though you know it's going to be a good thing for you, maybe there's something about it that just freaks you out. And so by not tending to it, you get to stay in the comfort zone, right? And so you could rationalize that, yeah, 80 million other things are a bigger priority than this other thing. But I'm going to mention that if this other thing keeps showing up and keeps trying to get your attention, well, there's something there, right? So it could even be, maybe it's a matter of making a decision, right? Because I'm not here to say that you're supposed to, do one or the other necessarily. I don't know. It's going to be up to you and what you know about your situation. But where was I going with this? But you, oh my goodness, it just walked away. What is it? Oh my God, that whole train of thought just walked away. So avoidance could be a big thing. We're talking about decision. Thank you. So it may come down to, maybe you've simply been avoiding making a decision, right? So maybe it's not so much about taking the action. I mean, if you decided to go in one direction, it would be an action direction, right? But maybe it comes down to, okay, no, maybe you really, really don't want to go do that thing for whatever reason, and you want to stay over here with all the other things that you're focused on. Then because this other thing keeps showing up, maybe it's going to come down to, well, you still need to make a decision about it, right? So a decision such as, I'm going to choose to fully let this thing over here go. And therefore, then fine, it can go. And no longer, this thing can no longer be a distraction from all these other things you've got going on over here. I hope this is making sense. I know talking in big terms. So this might resonate for some of you and not for others. And that's always okay, of course. Right? Or we could see it as, okay, we've got this priority over here, but we keep allowing all these other things to distract us from ever getting over there. Could be two different ways. Yeah. I mean, what are some other payoffs? There could be so many other payoffs of, excuses or reasons we could give to justify why we would allow ourselves to be distracted and not focus on something that keeps calling our attention for some reason, right? How can I overcome fear and step into courage? Let's answer that. Let's and again, these are not predictive, because I always want you to know that you are the one who's responsible for your decision making. You are the one responsible for the actions that you take. You have that power. And please don't ever allow, any readings that I would do or anybody else would do to take that power from you, or I understand how fun and awesome and helpful readings and videos like this can be. I get it, because they can help with the decision-making process. And they can help bring added clarity to things that maybe were just ultra confusing. I completely get that. And that's partly why I love them so much. But I want you to always know that you have the power. That's when you are in your greatest alignment, when you are going to be most effective, you are going to be happiest. And I know when we're moving through some emotions, it's like, what do you mean? I'm freaking out. Let's get you to this space. You know, there's a whole combination of you finding the ability to align with what is really your truth and your emotions, and taking action through fear to get to where you really want to be. Or just the others, you know, when I say where you really want to be, that's the other side of fear, right? So whatever that looks like. So let's answer the question now. How can I overcome fear and step into courage? Let's see what wants to come through. Okay, how can I overcome fear and step into courage? What deck is going to be most appropriate for this? Okay. We're going to pull. Here's what's really funny. I have this whole cubicle thing over here to put all my card decks in, which at one point I did. And since I've been doing all these readings, pretty much all of the card decks aren't even in there anymore. They're just sitting out. And you can't see all of them, but they're all right here, which makes it handy and easy for me. And I love that. But at some point, I think I'll have to figure out an additional system. We're going to pull from this one too. Okay. Okay. I've got a few more decks we're going to pull from. And then, oh my goodness, we're at 37 minutes. Okay. So we are answering, how can I overcome fear and step into courage? Let's pull from the Prism Oracle first. These also, I love that these have colors and, you know, different words and imagery. I love it. Simplicity. Okay. What additional message wants to come through? Is it these ones? I don't think so. Let's see. Okay. What additional message wants to come through to help us continue to expand on this message of hope? I'm thinking I should pull from, oh goodness. Okay, well, we have anger that first showed up. Okay, I think it's just this other one. And we have, rejection. Okay, anger and rejection. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch. I didn't even realize that. There's a whole bunch. Okay, what do we have? We have anger. Okay, so behind anger, we have disruption and we have comfort. And both the disruption and comfort were in reverse. So I immediately get from this someone who is tired. Like, could be physically tired and energetically tired, but someone who's really tired, you know, red eyes, right? That's what I'm immediately getting there. And maybe the fear is about being rejected. So I'm aware that this, So we've got a couple of different scenarios here, and I think that somehow they connect. And feel free to let me know if this of course, please let me know how this resonates for you and how you see things connecting, or maybe they don't. Maybe part of this reading resonates and the other part doesn't. We also have here, so comfort and disruptor. in reverse. I feel like this is like saying like, yeah, I don't have this, right? I don't have comfort. I need something to come in and interrupt this picture, to disrupt what's been going on. Maybe to break you out of your fear and your anger. Yeah, I mean, okay, so the question was, how can I overcome fear and step into courage? I mean, I feel like right now all you can see, or maybe, at one point all you could see is the fear of rejection. And like that's just like it was like tunnel vision, like that's all you could see and you couldn't seem to get past it. And yeah, I see how that would be really hard if that's all you're seeing, right? Then like how do you take action? How do you move forward? I'm gonna pull from, I know this is such a long reading. Let's pull from tarot and see what wants to come through here. I'm just gonna pull I'm just aiming to pull one card. In fact, I think I'm gonna pick which card. Okay, never mind. What do we have? Okay, we have conflict and defeat that just jumped out. So, okay. I'm going to pull one more. Okay, I'm going to pull a card. Let's see here. What card? Let's see. What card? Solar plexus chakra. So you may want to, so our solar plexus is also, often thought of as like our confidence center, where we like hold energy, strength. And so we could say you may have a blocked, so to speak, solar plexus chakra. And so that may be where you want to focus some time and energy to just get your energy flowing again. And that can be done in a variety of ways. So as a certified Reiki master practitioner, one of the ways you could do that is through a Reiki energy healing. You could just do it other ways too, by connecting with the color yellow. And as I say these things, it's always about being intentional and mindful in what you're doing. So let's say you're going to start to infuse more yellow into your day, maybe eat more bananas, or lemons, right? Yellow foods that they can connect with this. Or, you're wanting, you could even, simply visualize your energy center in your abdomen and visualize it flowing smoothly. They're like little circles, little spheres, and it's about how is the energy flowing or is it not? And maybe it's just kind of stagnant. So you could even visualize the energy flowing, and with the intent of, I'm aiming to feel more confident. I'm aiming to get my energy flowing in my solar plexus chakra area. Could be going out and getting more sun. As you're out and about, deliberately connecting with nature and starting to energetically hand your burdens, hand your worries, hand your fears, your anger, all of it over to nature, right? They nature, they want to help us. They are part of of the resources we have here on planet Earth, to support our own regeneration. That was one of the last videos, right? And healing and growth. And here we have heart chakra. So you may want to look into doing a Reiki session or going to some other sort of energy healing practitioner. I'll even say sound healing. I love sound healing. I don't know if you've done any, let me know if you've done sound healing before. Man, I love that. But just what I'm getting is like something gentle to help you open up energetically, your energy, and just allow yourself to release. I mean, this person here, I think they need a good cry. Definitely need to release whatever's been being held on to. Yeah. And here we have material and spiritual prosperity. So there could have been someone, maybe an older woman, maybe a policeman or someone who interfered with your money or with something financial, right? Something financial in your life. And you may have a lot of emotions about it. And the way to get to this space of comfort so that we can put this in reverse, like, isn't this kind of just like refreshing? Like, this is just like sweet, right? A sweet, refreshing, comforting energy. And in order to get there, it doesn't have to be hard. And it might be something that is completely new and foreign to you. And that might be exactly what you need. And I'm not necessarily saying as a one and done, but something to facilitate you moving down the pathway towards taking greater action, but with ease, so that it doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so scary. Could even just be a massage, like just getting a body massage, and just, telling yourself that I'm going to go get this massage. And as I'm, receiving the massage, I am energetically, I'm releasing the anger. I'm releasing the, anything that's blocking my energy centers, my chakra, my ability to be able to see something beyond all the anger. I'm releasing it. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm sensing here with all of that. Okay, let's move on to a postcard from Spirit. These ones are so awesome. Do I want to end with this, or do I want to? It's just right. I'm going to do a postcard from Spirit now. My gosh, this one is really long. It is what it is. That phrase has been coming up a lot today. Okay, let's see here. Let me also say that before this reading, I was just, aligning my energy. And so some of the images that I got when I was doing that is I got the colors pink and green. And I would say similar to the pink card, like this shade of pink, actually. And you may not see that in the same way. It looks purpley on the screen, but here it actually looks like a bright pink. I was getting that. And then I was also kind of getting like this, like if you were to take, say, a candy wrapper and, and twist it. And so then, it's kind of like, it's got that twist in the middle and the two sides are in, on different directions, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. So just sharing that in case that has significance for you. Okay, let's see what postcard from Spirit wants to come through. And start to close out this message of, potentially providing you some additional guidance on how you can take action, how you can release, any fear that you have about a situation. But the message of hope, what I've seen already, is you're coming into greater peace. So everything that has shown up since we started could simply be reflecting back to you elements of the journey of you getting to peace. And so wherever you are in that process, in that journey. Okay, what postcard from Spirit wants to come through? Okay, I feel it's that one over there. Let's see what we have here. Okay, it says, let's see, on the front. Oh, once again, we have, so unlock your magic. Unlock your magic. Okay, this card says, dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open, but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life. So just do it. Loving you so, so much. Wow. Well, so this is definitely, putting in a vote for taking action. Absolutely. And what I noticed is the phrase "go for it." We just, I know one of the recent readings, I was titled "Go for it," or at least had a card that was a core message within the reading. So if this reading is resonating for you, you might want to go check out that one for a deeper message as well. And yeah, I'm just going to go back to today. Be confident that your hard work will pay off. And so again, that's going back to that that's going back to the solar plexus chakra, where our confidence, our inner strength can be held. Your abdomen. So we could also be talking about gut health, and going back to foods. And actually, I'm not very familiar. I know anchovies came out earlier. I'm not a fan of anchovies. I'm not really familiar with their nutritional value, but I think they are actually a good source of nutrition of certain, maybe it's vitamin E. I don't know. So maybe that's something you want to look into. If maybe anchovies would be good for something you got going on physically. I'm not sure. But it says, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. That's the thing too. When we stagnate and we don't take certain action, the energy is no longer flowing. And at the same time, it might be flowing within you that is creating so much angst and frustration that it's like what you're feeling may not really actually be about the situation, but simply about the fact that you've got all this energy that's within you that wants to go somewhere, but you're not letting it go anywhere because you're not taking action. That's again where it comes right back to, we have the power. You have the power. It is within us. And so a lot of times it's just working through, the gaining the clarity on, what's truly holding us back. It could be easy to say, well, that thing over there is really scary. Okay, but it may not be scary to someone else, which means it's scary to you. And so why is it scary to you? And we can start to sift through that and go, wait a second. maybe there's some assumptions that you're making about a situation that aren't actually true. And if you were to take action, then maybe you would find out. Is truth. Coming back to this one. And maybe these mixed emotions that you're having, these mixed feelings that you're having, maybe the way to sort them out is through taking action. You may have been trying to go about it the other way, right? Let me sort these feelings out first, and then I'll know if I'm supposed to take action. I totally get that, and I'm a fan of that. And sometimes maybe the information, I mean, if you've been dealing with false information or assumptions that aren't even accurate, you may not know where the inaccuracy is. And so then the way to gain clarity on your feelings, maybe through taking the action. Okay, gonna pull one final card, and this was such a long reading, my goodness. We're gonna pull basically a prayer card from the Divine Beloved deck. Whew. I think this is it for me tonight. I'm tired, but I'm glad that I was able to be here with you today. And so thank you again for being here with me as well. If you made it this far, okay, look at this. We have on top here, available, I am open. Excuse me. And it says, okay, so the prayer here is, change me, Divine Beloved, into one who can offer you even the most baffling problems, knowing you'll carry me to the right solutions at the right time. If I am utterly open, receptive, and available. This is wonderful. This is further going back to how do you move through the fear emotions and get to courage. Hand your burdens over to God, your higher power, and open up your energy. And you open up your energy by, releasing your burdens. But again, can be through the foods that we eat, through being deliberate about the thoughts that we're choosing to think and believe, of course. There might be something about the clouds, images in the clouds, possibly. I also see it as, she's got this big, like vase on top of her head. I also see it as, that vase is there to collect all the wisdom and everything that spirit is flowing down to her. She's going to collect it all. She's going to collect it all. And just like all that alignment energy, she's going to collect it all. Like, okay, here, I'm open. And this vase is representing how open I desire to be, how open I choose to be. I'm handing everything up to you. And I trust that you are going to fill me back up with what I'm supposed to do. And let's just go ahead and read the other cards that showed up. Okay, right behind that one. So we have eternity. Deeper union with you. We have emotions. I release strong emotions. Hello. And I want to point out she's got the rainbow behind her, which is significant of, significant of right now, because this is being recorded in June. June is Pride Month. But also the rainbow is significant of the colors of our chakras, which are also they're basically the rainbow. So again, aligning your energy. So this could be saying the time is now to align your energy. And we also have divinity. It says, I know my true identity. May I always remember my true identity, unlimited light and love. Let me know myself as pure consciousness. Wake me from the sleepwalk of believing I am only human. And hello, she's got the chakras. All right there. All right there on her. And she's outside. Yeah. So, okay. So I basically think what we painted here right now is a journey that you have been on. And again, you could be at any phase of this, but the hope aspect for sure is this. You found justice. You found peace. I'm only using the word found because we've got the word finding here, but you've aligned with it. You've aligned with it. You've done it. You've done it. There may be a form of detoxing that you are being called to do, because the foods we eat can impact us. So, and the only reason why I'm getting that right now, this is very interesting, I think, on the emotions card. So she's in like a yoga or meditation pose, we could say, more so yoga. And right next to her on the floor, there is a scorpion, a snake, a frog, and a slug. And, I don't mean to undermine any of those, but they all look very unpleasant right now. It's really giving this sense of releasing releasing toxins, releasing maybe inner demons, we could say something like that. Or like releasing the things within us that are not working for us, right? Like the snakes in the grass, or the slugs, right? Sluggishness, scorpion, right? The things that want to bite at us, nip at us, and which could be negative self-talk, right? Your own negative self-talk constantly nipping away at you, and it's like, no, nope, I'm releasing that. I'm connecting with my divinity. You may be even it may be helpful for you to go out for a run or a walk or a jog, as also a form of realigning your energy and getting into this space. This is what, either where you are now or what is ahead for you. Like this is amazing. This is aligned. This is angels all around. This is knowing that you are divinely guided. This is beautiful. This is just beautiful all around. So, whew, okay. Let me know what you think. So, I've been mixing up lately, and this one, we didn't start with the tarot. We allowed some different things to show up, and that's why I wanted to mix it up. I wanted to see what other storylines or imagery, what other elements could show up. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking long. Whatever. Okay, anyway. Okay, it's time to go. Okay, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, how it resonated, and I hope you're having an amazing day. You have so much goodness that is on the horizon for you, or maybe this is just recognizing where you are, everything you've been through. Because you have realigned, you're going to be receiving so much prosperity. Yeah, financial gain. Okay, have an amazing day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.